Soviet officer who saved the world, Stanislav Yevgrafovich Petrov. On September 26, 1983, he was on duty at the Serpukhov 15 station near Moscow. Petrov's main duty was to monitor the Army's missile early warning system and to notify his superiors as quickly as possible if an attack alert was given. During the Cold War, the official procedure of the Soviet Union was to automatically launch a counterattack upon receiving an early warning of a missile attack, thus inflicting certain losses on the opposing side, especially the United States. The Russian missile early warning system began to warn at around 0040 in the morning that a continental ballistic missile sent from the U.S. had been detected against the USSR. Petrov said that this warning was a mistake and that if there was an attack, the U.S. computers would use a deception method to confuse the early warning system by pretending that hundreds of missiles were being sent at the same time. In line with these thoughts, Petrov did not inform his superiors, and after the first false alarm, the system warned that 4 more missiles were heading towards Russia. Petrov, despite having no basis, suspected the system's warning once again and waited for the signals he would receive from the Soviet radars on the ground to be absolutely sure of the missile's existence. This waiting period made it almost impossible for the Soviet army to carry out a possible counterattack. The ground radars would only be able to detect the missiles if they crossed the horizon line that the radar could see, and in this case, the U.S. missiles would find their targets in the USSR before any counterattack could be made. As a result, no evidence of the missiles could be seen even though minutes had passed since the first warning. And when Petrov was right, there were no missiles, and the early warning computers communicating with the satellites made a mistake. It was understood that the satellites were formed by an alignment between the Molniya orbit and the sunlight falling on some clouds in the high atmosphere.